Good afternoon, Lancaster. My name is Ben McClure, and this is Lancaster Connects. Welcome to the last show of the year. It's December 30th, 2024, the last Lancaster Connects podcast of the year. And like I said, I'm Ben McClure from Gardner's Mattress & More, the business that I co-own with my partner in the business, Jeff Shinakovo. Normally, he's the co-host with me here for Lancaster Connects. Unfortunately, he's not here. He's still caring for his wife, Stephanie. Stephanie, get well. Hope you can get out of the hospital soon. And yes, Joe, I see a comment just came in. Joe, notice that I'm dressed up. Must be something special going on today. I wore my finest shirt I could find. So thanks for noticing, Joe. Yes, it is a special day here at Lancaster Connects. This is our year-end recap show and also the first annual Lancaster Connecties Awards. What are they? We'll get to that in just a moment. Lancaster Connects normally is a show where we feature great people doing great things in the Lancaster community. We like talking to nonprofits and charitable organizations. We like talking to other small business owners like Jeff and I. And today's show is a little bit of a recap of what we've done this past year. And maybe we'll talk a little bit at the end of the show of what's coming in 2025. If you want to watch all the past episodes, go to lancasterconnects.com/episodes. It's right there on the screen. This is episode 170 something, I believe. Chris can probably tell me. But yeah, there's a ton of great episodes, a ton of great conversations with wonderful people. Again, today's episode is celebrating this past year's worth of guests. And what we thought would be fun is to have our first annual Connecties Awards. So if any of you listening or watching are Office fans, remember the show The Office from mid 2000s, late early 2000s. The Office is a show that Jeff and I love. I know a lot of people love The Office. It was kind of a groundbreaking, just really hilarious show. But I think in the first season or second season, one of the thank you, Betsy, from Betsy from Acorn Acres, longtime watcher, listener, and commenter. Thank you for watching our year-end recap here. But on The Office, one of the most, I think, hilarious skits they did or scenes they did or things they did during the show was their Dundies Awards. So it was picture the Office cast of people that work in an office together. They did a year-end party at Chili's. I think it was the Office manager, Michael Scott, his favorite spot. So they did a Office Christmas party at Chili's, and he came up with the Dundies, which are fake awards that have fun names, and he actually gave trophies to the members of the team there at the office. So some of those awards were inappropriate. That's not what we're doing here. We came up with fun awards. We've got 6 awards to give away. I think without further ado, we're going to bring on Chris Stone from Cast Ahead Productions. Hey, Chris. Man, you're looking good too.
I'm telling you what, we are like, this is much nicer than Chili's. This is much nicer than Chili's. You can't wear a tux in Chili's. I suppose you could wear a tux in Chili's, but you don't want to get salsa on that. So
no, not at all. Not at all. I mean, yeah, we should have had some champagne here, some hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
I don't know what we were thinking, but actually that kind of leads into our first Connecties Award. I think our first Connecties Award, if I'm not mistaken, is Best Food featured on Lancaster Connects in 2024.
Let's do it.
Are we ready to announce our first category?
Let's do it.
Our first winner?
There's nothing like getting right to it in podcasting. So yes. Let's do this. So
roll the clip.
Let's roll the clip. And the Lancaster Connectie for Best Food goes to Nikki's Custard, Nicole Donnell.
Can we get to the custard?
Yeah, because I think we might. We got to hit.
I mean, this is killing me. It's been sitting out here like for 20 minutes.
We got to hit it at peak time.
And maybe our guest can tell us when peak time is. We've got Nicole Donnell from Nikki's Custard.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
We're doing
Thanks
great.
for having me.
You can tell I'm very excited.
Uh-huh.
The pints of ice cream that we picked up. Now we'll talk about these pints. We'll talk about, all the other goodies that you have there
Sure.
in person in your store. But you said these need to be a little soft, right, to open up?
I think they're going to be perfect right now.
So
Because if you can sort of squeeze the outside of the container.
Oh, yeah, I can squeeze it. Yep.
And your
I'm getting
spoon
hungry.
should really just roll off the top, the scooper, just like a real nice.
So we're gonna
But you're doing it.
And Jeff, you have pumpkin peanut butter cup, I believe. Oh, look at that.
That looks so good.
I don't want to slop it on the keyboard.
I feel you need to have some too. You're in your shop. Go.
I eat it every single day. I'm okay. You guys go first. You go first. But the texture, as you try it, so
I'm going to do the
custard,
peanut butter jelly.
What makes it really special. Now, I will preface this by saying we serve Midwestern style custard. So there's some beautiful custards on the East Coast that are really soft serve custard, which I love. I love all things frozen and dairy. You name it, I will eat it. But what I dream about and I long for is what you're trying right now. And this is a Midwestern style custard. It's scoopable. It's velvety. It's got a really nice mouth texture. It's really silky.
I feel like our watchers of that episode were probably horrified watching us eat custard. It's like George from Seinfeld when he was eating the ice cream in the U.S. Open. Oh man, that. So yes, well earned, by far the best food we had on in 2024. Not to dismiss the other food guests we had on, but I mean, you can't beat custard.
Lots of good food, right? And the bonus points for Nicole, like getting it to you in advance. You guys, like, it was like an unboxing, right? You guys are just like, oh. I was like, get me some custard now. And I'm like, here I am in Atlanta and I couldn't get any, but I mean, I'm
sure we can figure out how to ship some to you. But Nikki, I see you're watching. Thanks for chiming in here. Well earned. Congratulations on your big win. You're the first ever Lancaster Connecties Awards recipient. One of 6 to be given out today. So, quite the honor. Thanks for being a guest on the show. Continued success in 2025 and beyond. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again this year for some more of that glorious, glorious custard. So if you're not familiar with Nikki's Custard, they are on Oregon Pike in Lancaster. Just search them up on your Google search. If you're looking for anything, cold treat, ice cream, whatever, custard is what you want, and you're going to find it on Oregon Pike. Just look for the, go north on Oregon Pike from Route 30 and look for the colorful building, beautiful mural on that building, and good treats inside. So again, Nikki, thanks for being a guest. Thanks for being on. Thanks for commenting. Look at that, Chris. That's for you.
Let me quickly text her my address.
Yeah, right. You could be the test subject.
Awesome.
If it shows up in 20 minutes, that's the point where you can open it up and do the perfect scoop.
Someone tells me it might take longer than 20 minutes to go from Lancaster to Atlanta, but
yeah, right. 20 minutes or it's free, right? Wouldn't that be
exactly? The old Domino's rule.
Yep. All right. The next category, moving right along, best guest entrance.
This one's good.
I mean, we have 52 opportunities or 40 some opportunities for guests to enter the show. And I mean, how many guests have we had on Lancaster Connects so far? 170 some, I think.
By the way, it's episode 175.
175. Okay.
Yes. And so, and out of those 175, you've had 175 or more guests, because sometimes there's more than one or whatever.
Yep.
Sometimes multiple guests. But I will tell you, Ben, is that I have done, and this is not like a humble brag or anything like that, but I've done thousands of shows. I've been on, a bunch, but also produced a bunch as well. And this is the only time that an entrance was made like this. Ever.
Let's roll the clip.
Let's do it. And the Lancaster Connectie for Best Guest Entrance goes to Fred Astaire Dance Studio, Sergey and Ekaterina.
So we're going to bring on our guests. You know, we hinted at the beginning of the show, and you saw in the card header, the show is about dancing. We've got our friends Sergey and Ekaterina, Sergey Solodov and Ekaterina Maslenikova. Where'd they go? What is this? Well done.
Most stylish entry ever.
That's just like
It's like better than what we've done.
I don't know that
we have to do something.
That's amazing. Well done. And like that's fantastic. So yeah, we've got we've got Sergey and we've got Ekaterina from Fred Astaire Dance Studio here in Lancaster. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having us.
I love how they were commenting on what we looked like. You know, like, you're like, where are they?
They're like, what were you expecting? Like, it was normal for you guys to do that?
I mean,
That was good.
leave it to the dance studio to make a big entrance. I mean, that's like part of their whole thing, right? The grand entrance, the grand finish, the players in between. So, I mean, that was a perfect fit for their episode.
Yeah, it basically showed their personality, because I think the whole rest of the show you saw more of that. No, they weren't doing the same entrance all the way through the episode, but you definitely saw their personality, and that was part of it. And that's what makes a lot of shows great, is that people are just able to be themselves and so awesome. That was definitely original.
Yeah, well, I love that it was totally sporadic too, or spontaneous. We had no clue what they were doing. Like sometimes there's like guest challenges, maybe like there's internet issues or whatever, but like they were just not there. Like, but you could see their background; it was there, and then they flew in from the side. That was
I had a
cool.
little, because I can see, because as a producer, I can see the guests backstage. You guys can't, and so I could see that they never told me that they were doing this, and so there was a moment where I was like, but then I saw them kind of peek in, at times, and they had their sunglasses on. I was like,
nice.
there's something up. They're still there.
Yeah.
So, but
thanks for keeping it a secret.
All good.
All right. Thank you, Sergey and Ekaterina, for that fun episode, that fun entrance. Congrats on your big award. All right. This one is probably my favorite named category. And it's not a category that we strive to have too often on Lancaster Connects. It's not the purpose of the show, but this is the award for 2024's creepiest moment on Lancaster Connects. Let's see who won.
And the Lancaster Connectie for creepiest moment goes to J-Dog Junk Removal, Creepy Trailer Baby, Joe Urich.
I want to turn this into a thing. So I kind of turned it into a meme. So here, I don't know if you can see this. Here's Creepy Trailer Baby.
No, God.
And every once in a while, I'll post something and I'll just write like something stupid around it. And then I'll always end the tagline with "Love Creepy Trailer Baby." So it just kind of became like one of those funny things. And it stinks because like that baby went with that load because everything smelled like cat urine, like it was all great. So in hindsight, if I knew how popular that baby would be, I would have kept it. But that's the only picture.
I was going to say, we need to have Creepy Trailer Baby come in here on some mattresses.
It might be possessed. I don't know if my wife would be happy if I brought it home. Like
It's true.
There's
true. That would be,
There's an oddities store at the Berkshire Mall now. Berkshire. Is that what it's called in Berks County?
No, you're
right on
live here.
I know. Yeah, I don't even.
Pass it every day.
Anyway, it's an oddities store, and in there they have in these display cases apparently voodoo baby dolls and like haunted and possessed baby dolls.
That's maybe where it went. It probably crawled out of the trash and went like it went red.
Yeah.
Off the rails.
But like every time I walk by there, I just kind of do this double take. Like, Could it really be? Who knows?
I did a delivery one time. This is old garden. This is probably 15 years ago.
I wanted to ask you. This is great.
And it was a futon delivery, and it was in a room with like 500 dolls in it. I was so creeped out. I mean, my kids, my daughter might have had some dolls, no big deal. But like 500 creepy looking dolls in a room where you're spending like half an hour or 45 minutes in it. It was weird and
Like somebody was
wacky.
looking at you.
Yeah, that one doll, as you walk by, it follows you. Like,
I couldn't get out of that room fast enough. It was terrifying, quite frankly, terrifying. So, but I like your creepy baby story. That's cool.
That's good.
It's just one of those fun things.
Yeah, anything you can do in this day and age to go viral. Yeah, within your values, of course. I just about went off the deep end there. But, creepy baby, a creepy trailer baby. I like that. That's cool.
So, yeah, the cat's out of the bag. Dolls creep me out.
Yeah.
So, obviously, when Creepy Trailer Baby made an appearance during the J-Dog show with Joe Urich, that had to be the creepiest moment for the Lancaster Connects 2024 Lancaster Connecties.
Outstanding.
Well earned. And Joe, thanks for watching. Thanks for chiming in. Yes, it is quite the honor. And I did see your creepy trailer baby post. I mean, you're gonna have to like trademark that thing. That's
well now, Joe. When you introduce creepy trailer baby, you can now prefix it with award-winning.
Yes,
creepy trailer baby. So you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically like the Oscars, maybe not quite as classy, but definitely more fun.
Close. It's close.
Yep. There we go. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for all the work that you do, cleaning out people's homes and spaces, much needed. It was great having you on the show and chatting with you. And just a hint at something that's coming up in 2025, Joe actually also does a podcast like we do here at Lancaster Connects. It's called the Sober Vet Podcast, and we're going to have Joe on to talk about that, perhaps on Veterans Day. I realize that's a while from now, but I talked to Joe about that over the weekend, and I think we're going to make that happen. So definitely check out the Sober Vet Podcast. And you can find it on Joe's Facebook page. Just search up Joe Urich on Facebook, and I'm sure you'll find it. So just a little hint at something to come in 2025.
Awesome. You tease.
Yep. All right. So next category, we've got the best magic trick of 2024. Who won? Let's find out.
And the Lancaster Connectie for best magic trick goes to Magic and Wonder Dinner Theater, Brett Myers.
So here's what we're gonna do is
I'm nervous.
Me too.
You should be. We worked out something pretty incredible here.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about animation and how animation, even movie special effects, kind of came to be. I'm not a very good artist, but I can draw a stick figure, and I have named this stick figure Bob. And Bob does a pick a card, any card trick, and he's actually drawn. I don't know if I can do this or not. He's drawn on the back of every one of these cards like this.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And what he does is he does a pick a card, any card trick. So then I have a deck here that is in brand new deck order, which is basically the order that the deck is in when you buy it. So I have ace through king of spades, then ace through king of diamonds, king through ace of clubs, and then king through ace of hearts. Ben, what card would you like Bob to find for you today?
And I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, you got to say it because, so I'm going to pull it out. What do you want to say?
We'll say the 4 clubs.
4 clubs. So this card right here, is that right?
Yes, that's the one.
All right. So what we're going to do, sorry, you guys can't see this here. I'm going to actually put this out here. Now, if you were here, I would put this on the thing for you and you kind of be able to hold on to it here. So the 4 clubs. So I'm going to just lay it over here on the table.
Pretending
Bob is going to peek at the table that this is sitting on. Bob, are you ready? I think I saw a little wave to say that he was ready. So what happens is as I flip down through this creates the impression of that moving picture that we talked about earlier, but this is best presented in flipbook fashion. So here is Card-Toon. Watch.
Okay. Card-Toon. Okay. He's going in a cannon. Oh, yeah, he's
got a card.
Bob Serv. Oh, but what?
No.
Stop it.
Well, we didn't
You
work
look
that
out,
out, right?
Bob. There it is. Yes.
And-
Bob found your card. 4 of clubs.
No way.
So anyways, yeah, what I created for you just now was just a little small taste of what we do. When we do stuff on stage, it might be a little bit bigger. Like you might have...
I want to be a magician. No more mattresses. I want to be a magician.
Okay.
I don't see any strings.
There's no strings.
Where things
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
disappear, ladies are sawn in half. Then you might even start floating in the air just like that table did. But we've got all kinds of different fun things that happen here at the theater.
I'm always blown away when I see stuff like that.
Like the table was... What? What just happened?
I wasn't expecting
Jeff is
the table.
speechless for once.
Yeah, right.
That was
Next
very
time you
cool.
can check for the invisible strings. I'll let you guys go over and you guys.
I was looking for the strings and I didn't see them.
Yeah, it was
Then
like
Well,
the glisten.
Cameras can hide a lot of things, but yeah, if you guys were here, I would have you wave your hands over it, make sure there's no strings. But that's something where, again, certain things that can be done on camera can't necessarily be done in person. But these are both things that can be done in person. Or if I was standing next to you guys, it would be something that you would be able to experience and it happened for you.
Bob and the 4 clubs, man. That was...
I've never seen a trick like that. He had it there in his hands.
So you guys are gonna have to come out and you have to see more magic. You'll have to experience more wonder when you come out here. Bring your families, bring your friends, bring whoever. You know, it's all ages.
My goodness. I mean, congratulations, Brett Myers from the Magic and Wonder Dinner Theater. Like, I said it during the clip, always blown away by the stuff magicians do. Like, you see magicians on like America's Got Talent and, you know, some of those types of shows, but, you know, that type of talent is here in this community. And it was right here on Lancaster Connects. That was Brett's second episode with us. I think he was on in 2023 and again in 2024. They put on amazing productions at the Magic and Wonder Dinner Theater on Route 30, out past the outlets. And he's just an incredible magician. That was just like such a simple little card trick, but it's just stuff that blows your mind.
Sleight of hand, right? You know what they say?
Right.
Nice.
Man. So I want to take a moment. Seeing Jeff in these clips and seeing our interaction, I miss my boo, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, hopefully he can be here for 2025's Lancaster Connectie and back on in early 2025 here. But I do also want to say I'm hearing some of the Easter eggs that you put in here. You made a creepy trailer baby sound.
Yes. Okay.
And,
you caught that one.
You had some applause during that last one. Mm-hmm. I didn't pick out anything in particular in the other ones, but some of them are just kind of like accentuating things that were off of the, like, focusing in and things like that. They're not meant to really just kind of like be shocking. But gotcha.
I've got a really good one coming.
All right,
it's going to be hard to miss.
Gotcha. And I don't know if, I mean, this is like podcast production, like gold here. Your voice when you're doing the announcements, you've got the reverb on.
That's right, Ben. So as a side gig, sometimes I announce award shows. No, I don't.
Amazing. We say it all the time, but if anybody listening needs podcast production, this is your guy to do it.
Thank you, sir.
Chris Stonecast Ed Productions. All right. Fifth, almost final category, but fifth category for the Lancaster Connecties Awards in 2024. We've got our favorite furry friend of 2024. We all know the furry friends, especially dogs on the show, boost the ratings. So, favorite furry friend, let's find out who it is.
And the Lancaster Connectie for favorite furry friend goes to Delaware Valley Golden Retriever Rescue, John Plummer.
What a great transition to welcome John Plummer from Delaware Valley Golden Retriever Rescue.
Hey guys, made it happen.
Made it happen. Yeah.
This is Naman. John and Naman. Naman is this guy's name.
Naman. Love it.
What's up, Naman? Can Naman hear us?
No, he can't. No.
Not. All right.
He doesn't
that's right. Yeah, because you're listening.
Maybe you guys need to develop doggy headsets.
There we go.
Podcast with the dog.
Yeah.
So we want our pets to pose for photos, and we want them to hear the humans and respond to the humans that they've never met through a microphone.
Yes, of
Dog
course.
doesn't ask for much in this world.
I know what our fans want. That's what they want.
Heidi, thank you for joining us. Heidi is a wonderful volunteer and adopter, serial adopter. Sorry, I know what that's one. Serial adopter there at Delaware Valley Golden Retriever Rescue. So tell what kind of dog exactly is Naman? Because I'm not. What do we got going on there?
So Naman is a mini golden doodle. He's I think like 23, 24 weeks old. He just got too old to sell. The breeder couldn't sell him, so the breeder reached out to us and said, "Can you take him?" And he came in with his brother. His brother was adopted about 4 weeks ago, and he does have an appointment this week, but he's a sweet guy. He just loves to be held, loves to be cuddled, and that's it. So really, nothing wrong with him. He just was too old to sell. People looking for the cute little 8-week-old bundles of fluff and fur, and then when they get a little older, people pass on them, and that's how we got Naman.
Yep.
Now, is that about the size Naman will be?
Yeah, he's pretty much getting to be full grown. He might grow a couple more inches, but being a mini doodle, and that's one of the breeds. We are Golden Retriever Rescue, but we also do Golden Doodles, and we do Labrador Retrievers when space permits, and also Labradoodles as well.
Naman's a good boy.
Yeah. Naman.
Yep.
I couldn't spell that. I was Googling. I was trying to look for other like pictures of Naman, to maybe add to the mix.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find any online, but what do you do?
That's all right.
But that's what you get with fifth-rate production,
So yeah, thank you, John Plummer, from the Delaware Valley Golden Retriever Rescue, for being on the show. That was coordinated at the very last minute. He was going to have a dog on, and then it wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. And then kind of like the guest entrance, we didn't know if Naman was going to be on, and boom, start the show, and there he is. He's on. So thanks, John, for making that happen. I'm sure Naman found a wonderful home to somebody who's taking very good care of him. It's pretty amazing work that the rescue does up there in the kind of Denver, northern Lancaster County area. So thank you for being on the show, and congratulations on your big award, John. Appreciate it. All right. So last but certainly not least, and this could have been a contender for favorite furry friend, but we created a special category for this next winner. This is animals named after your podcast hosts, Ben and Jeff. Can only be one.
And the Lancaster Connectie for favorite animals named after your hosts is Acorn Acres, Betsy Shank.
We're going to mix it up a little bit, but you had a surprise for us.
I do. So 2 years ago when I was on, you had asked if we would name some squirrels after you. We can't just name any squirrel after the two of you. We have to be, you got to find the right ones. Well, we had them this year.
Yep.
This is Ben and Jeff.
Wait,
Our
which one is what?
Crew. This is Ben, and this is Jeff.
No. Why is one Ben and one Jeff? What?
So Ben is pink and Jeff is no mark. We identify all of our squirrels so that we can track, who's growing, who's gaining weight, who needs more food, who's on medicine, who's not. And sorry, I had a runaway squirrel. Jeff ran away.
Pretty appropriate, isn't it, Ben?
But we mark all of our animals so we can properly track their progress when they're in our facility. And as we were going, it was like, you know what, this one's Ben and this one's Jeff. And the whole team loved it. So now that's how they're labeled in our system. And everybody, they live in bin 24. And it's like, hey, I get to go feed Ben and Jeff. So they all know the story. They all know about the first podcast. It's just a fun thing to do during a very hectic baby season. So thank you for that. I'm glad you got to meet Ben and Jeff.
That's just incredible.
How long have they been Ben and Jeff? How old are they?
They are probably about 9 weeks old now. So they are our oldest babies of the season, and they will be the first to be released. You have some nice trees there in your backyard, Ben. Would you like them?
There's plenty of squirrels back here, so sure.
I won't put you on the spot like that.
Yeah. At any given moment, there's like 4 to 6 squirrels in the backyard.
So right now, squirrels are probably sleeping. It's afternoon, and they take siesta. But no, these guys are going to be released probably in June, end of May, beginning of June. And they're so far nice, healthy, chubby babies, and they're giving us a lot of fun this year.
Oh my goodness. Well, so what can I say? I think we have a new creepiest moment. Sorry, Joe. I think that has been reassigned. Goodness. Chris, that's nightmare fuel. Betsy from Acorn Acres, congrats on your major award here. That was hands down one of my favorite moments of the show ever, not just in 2024, but to be surprised with squirrels bearing our name, that it's so random and wild and funny. And so that's awesome. Thank you so much, Betsy. And thanks for tuning in, commenting, watching, all of that.
I think my favorite part of that clip was seeing Jeff's face. Like, he just was like, he was trying to hold, he was laughing and he knows but he wanted to laugh. He wanted to just let it go. But he was like, I'm on screen. Like, it was just so funny. It was funny to watch.
It would be a good 2025 show idea would be to have Ben and Jeff, the squirrels, back on, but I don't know that that's possible. But Betsy, I don't know if there's a way to give us an update on where Ben and Jeff are.
Well, I thought they were in your backyard. No,
they're not in my backyard. No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're unless they were dropped off mysteriously in the middle of the night.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Oh man, that was fun. Chris, thank you so much for putting that together. I mean, that was just, we kind of started brainstorming this show like a month ago, and I just threw it out there, like, wouldn't it be cool if, and Chris is the brains behind this show today and what it looks and sounds like. So, thank you, Chris, for putting this together.
My pleasure. This is
beyond my expectation.
Absolute fun to do this kind of stuff. And, we can mail it in and do it, but that's not how we do it, you know? And it looks like Ben and Jeff are living in the wild world. So
there we are.
Just go, run, be free, Ben and Jeff.
They're probably out there making and selling mattresses to squirrel friends. That's probably what's going on.
They're informing other squirrels about the power of sleep and what that can do as a squirrel, and really maximizing that, lowering the acorn intake after 4 p.m. You don't want to, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're going to write the book on it, better squirrel sleep.
Tips.
Yeah, better squirrel sleep.
Squirrel Better by Jeff Tanakato.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Chris, again for putting together the first annual 2024 Lancaster Connecties. We'll do it again next year. Identify 5 or 6 favorite clips from the year and give out some fun awards. All right. So shifting gears a little bit, Chris, if you want to hang out, that's cool. Yep. If not, no big deal. But
all right.
Something that we do here at Lancaster Connects, I think most of the guests, some of the guests we just highlighted there were small businesses, some were nonprofits. A big part of what we like to do here at Lancaster Connects, of course, Lancaster Connects is our way at Gardner's Mattress More to give back to the Lancaster community. We love highlighting great people working for great organizations or founding and supporting local organizations that help and support the Lancaster community. So we love having conversations and highlighting these great people and great organizations here on Lancaster Connect. So I just made I want to say a couple things about the impact of nonprofits in the Lancaster community. And I made some notes here because I'm not going to remember this all off the top of my head on my own. But, the community impact that these nonprofits have, they play a vital role in addressing the needs of the community. And so often, nonprofits and charitable organizations and the people that put their heart and soul behind these organizations, I don't know that they get seen enough. And, Lancaster Connects is a way for us to, shine light on these great organizations. Acorn Acres, we just, gave an award to Betsy and Acorn Acres. The more people that know about what they do, the more impact they can have for these furry friends. We've highlighted a ton of organizations in the 175 episodes that we've had to this point over the last 3 years. I'm going to list out the ones that we've had on this past year, but these organizations, they support the local efforts of the community. So many of these organizations have such inspiring stories, of how they were founded, the people that they impact. We love telling those stories, sharing those stories, bringing light to the good work done in this community. Bringing awareness to these organizations, encouraging, whether it's, the community impact, whether that's financial donations or financial support from the community, encouraging volunteers to volunteer their time with these organizations, or even their talents. We've had some instances where people have reached out and like, hey, thank you for highlighting this particular organization. I've connected with them, and now we're on board with helping them out. We've even connected organizations to each other, and that's one of the cool things about seeing how this show has grown over the years and seeing the impact it can have is making connections. Of course, the show is called Lancaster Connects, but making connections within the community, whether that's people to organizations to help out, organizations to organizations, or even connecting people to the organizations, people who might need the assistance from these organizations, getting them connected with an organization that can really make an impact for them in their lives. It's really something that we love to do here at Lancaster Connects, and a big reason why we choose to give back. Jeff and I choose to give back as Gardner's Mattress and More, as our business. The community supports our business. We'd like to give back to the community, and that's why this show was born, to shine light on other great organizations, nonprofits and charitable organizations, especially other small businesses like ours, that we like highlighting how they give back to the community in the ways that they give back. So, definitely check out past episodes, lancasterconnects.com/episodes. You can see all the great nonprofits we've had on over the years. I just want to run through, and I think Chris has a graphic here he'll put up on the screen, just some of the nonprofits we'd had on Lancaster Connects this past year. Real Life Community Services, Rod Redkay up there in Denver area. Recently, we've had on the Lancaster Bar Association and Lancaster Law Foundation, Ephrata Education Foundation, Mental Health America, Homefields Care Farm, Lighthouse Vocational Services, Blessings of Hope. We've had David Lapp from Blessings of Hope on, I think 3 times now, at least twice. And ironically, my wife, Lindsay, and my 2 children are at Blessings of Hope today, volunteering. I was sent a picture of what they're doing. Last time they were there, over the, what was it? I think, in late summer, they were sorting apple season, right? Today they were scooping mayonnaise from a big bucket into smaller containers. Maybe not quite as glamorous as sorting apples, but I won't show you the picture. Mayonnaise is not one of my favorite things. But anyway, Blessings of Hope is a wonderful organization that is, their whole goal is to eliminate food waste, because they are finding ways to take what might be otherwise thrown out as waste and repackaging it, repurposing it, dehydrating some food even to then provide it to organizations that are giving it to people who need it. So, a wonderful organization. In fact, Betsy here just chimed in from Acorn Acres. It's because of our show that they were able to find Blessings of Hope. So there we go, making connections all the time. I love it. Thanks for sharing, Betsy. UDS, United Disability Services. We've had them on the show a couple of times. Zoe International, Girls on the Run, also a 2-time guest on Lancaster Connects. Keystone Trails Association, learning about all the trails in Lancaster County and beyond. That was pretty cool. Prima Theater was a great show. Delaware Valley Golden Retriever Rescue, John Plummer there, award winner of a Lancaster Connectee. Gigi's Playhouse, SACA, the Spanish American Civic Association here in Lancaster. We actually had them on a couple times. 2 different people, 2 different conversations there. A great organization making an impact in the Lancaster downtown area. Steps to Success, Vet 21 Salute, Penn Square Opera. Again, all these great shows you can see at lancasterconnects.com/episodes. Check us out on YouTube. All of our episodes are on there as well. Lancaster Conservation District, Benchmark, Foundation Downtown, United Way of Lancaster. Aunt Sue, thanks for watching. Swan, great organization, Scaling Walls a Note at a Time. We recently donated 100 pillows to some of the kids who are impacted positively by the Swan program. Swan is an organization that helps children through music, children who have incarcerated parents. So Swan gives them an outlet to learn and grow their mind and their skills with music. And I've been to their annual gala where the kids performed. Amazing performers, and it really, really cool to see the joy that they have performing music that they learn through the Swan organization. So Diana Vuolo is the founder and executive director there. Putting for Miracles, Team Jennifer Cahill Charities, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Effort of Performing Arts Center, great show with Ed Fernandez there. We may have a special surprise coming in 2025 with EPAC. More on that later. And Acorn Acres. So all in all, 27 nonprofits and charitable organizations were highlighted on Lancaster Connects in 2024. That's more than half of our shows. There's 52 weeks in a year. And, it's pretty cool shining light on these great organizations doing great things in the community we call home here in Lancaster. So thank you to all of the nonprofit guests who are on. If you're watching and you're a nonprofit and you'd like to be on the show, it's really, really easy. LancasterConnects.com/guest. Man, look at that. Boom. On the screen. It's right there. Fill out the simple form that's on there. That'll connect to me and we'll reach out and find a great time to be on the show. If you've got news to announce, if you've got an event coming up, if you've got a special new program that you're launching, even if you are a past guest, we'd love to have you on again. Again, there's 52 weeks in a year. There's plenty of opportunities. I know there's no shortage of organizations that we can highlight here in Lancaster County that are doing great things, but there's no possible way that we can reach out to all of them. So definitely reach out to us through that web form Tell us who you are, why you'd be a good fit to be on the show, what you can talk about, and we'll connect and find a time to have you on. And I should say, if you're watching today and you know of somebody, you're connected to an organization, and you know that they would be a good guest, or they need some extra eyeballs to their organization, we'd love to help provide that. So definitely connect them to us via that form. Tell them to go to lancasterconnects.com/guest, fill out the form, and we'll get the process started. So that's it. I mean, we've had a great year. Gardeners has had a great year. Thank you to the Gardeners team. I don't know if they can hear me. They're over that way. We've had a fantastic year here at Gardeners. Thanks to my partner, Jeff. Again, I couldn't be here today. We're doing some great things here from a mattress standpoint, from a sleep health and well-being standpoint at Gardeners. We strive to help Lancaster wake up happy every morning, one person at a time. So, and like I said, Gardeners is how we're able to produce this show, Lancaster Connects, to give back to the community. So we've had a great year, great guests. Thanks to our guests who won awards for playing along. It was fun to go down memory lane and see those clips from those episodes. And again, thanks to all the nonprofits who were on in 2024. 2025, we've got some cool things coming up. We're going to have a new intro video that we're going to launch early 2025 here. Again, got great guests lined up. Again, we got some nonprofits coming up in January and February, some small businesses. I know our first show of the year is the Lidditz Historical Society with Corey. That's on the 6th of January. That's going to be a great show. So you don't want to miss that. I do want to say a big thank you to Chris. I don't know if Chris wants to come back on the screen, but Chris, thank you so much. Man, thanks for looking the part.
My pleasure. Hey, listen, this came in the mail this weekend, and when I opened it up, I didn't know what it was, and now I'll never take it off. So,
well, you when we were brainstorming this, you said something about a tuxedo, and I'm like, you're not going to catch me in a tuxedo, but the Google machine works wonders. have to look the part. So now this is not a one-time investment. We're going to do this next year. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for putting it together. Thanks for all you do for us at Lancaster Connects.
You're welcome.
Top
pleasure.
Notch, A+, first rate podcast production. So
thank you. Awesome.
Chris, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Ben, great work. I mean, this is a show that I love to produce. I tell people about it all the time, and you're too humble to maybe say it, so I'm going to say it for you. If you love this show, and I know a lot of you do, they're award winners, and there are people, they're the watcheners, as we call them. They watch and they
yes,
listen.
Yep. Do
us one favor. Tell somebody else about the show. That's all we ask. This show is free to you to consume and, be inspired and educated and everything else. But if you could do one thing for Ben and Jeff and for Lancaster Connects, please tell somebody about the show that you know that they're going to get the same kind of energy that you're able to receive from it.
I love it. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
And I actually, you just sparked something. I think next year we have a watchener favorite or most, enthusiastic watchener. I mean, that's probably a category for next year.
It has to be.
It's a writer downer.
It's a writer downer. Watchener is a writer downer. Wow.
Oh,
that's
man.
Good.
Well, this was fun. Again, Chris, thank you so much for producing the show for the year. You've been our producer for 2.5 years, I think.
Something like that. Time flies.
Something like that, man.
Yeah.
Well, this was a lot of fun. So thanks for a great 2024. Here's to a wonderful 2025.